This is where we left off on our table. Today we're going to look at different ways that we can add bumpiness to the table finish. Now, I've already shown you a very simple way to make displacement, which is just by clicking from here on the image texture and connecting that to the displacement node and then playing around there. We've already covered that. Today we're going to look at how you can add regular normal maps that you make in another program into your table. I've taken the texture that I used on my table and I put it into the program that I have for making normal maps and other specular maps and things like that. This is my texture that I started out with, and this is the normal map texture. It's blue that will be generated. This is an idea of what it will look like. In my node group, I added an image texture, add texture, image texture, and I use the normal map as the texture in that node. Now, the important thing that you need to know when you're using normal maps is that you need to change right here where it says color. You need to change that to non-color data. Okay, that's very important. Now we're going to connect that image texture to the displacement node, and you can see that there was a change there. We can also, if we want to, add color, RGB, change mix to multiply, change white to black, and we can use that to change the way that the texture looks. Now, right now, I am in object mode and I am also in material mode. And in the new Blender, you can see the results of what you're doing in the material pane. But even a better way is to look at it rendered. See, it looks very bumpy there. So we can play around with this and see what we like. I like the lighter version. We can also, of course, brighten up our texture and do all sorts of interesting things. I want to show you one more really fun node that you can add into your system. Add color RGB curves. Isn't that cool? We have different channels here: red, green, blue, contrast perhaps. So by moving one or more channels, you get all sorts of different things. So if you feel like playing with color, that's a real fun thing to do. You can also, of course, keep moving these always to get different looks. So many sliders and so little time. I'm going to leave you now to go play, and I'm going to play too, and then I will take my project out to the beta grid and show you what it ended up looking like. I decided to use the RGB curves in my diffuse area rather than in the glossy area. And I upped some brightness and contrast and basically stayed pretty rustic and authentic. I like it a lot. So I'm getting ready to bake now, and then we'll take this out to the beta grid and see what it looks like.